Okay, the next question, which is a really interesting question, it's about food sickness. Don't you ever get, deli belly or food poisoning or something like that? So obviously, I lived in India, and at this point I think I can digest steel. That's kind of what saved me in the Mongol Rally, actually, or sorry, the Mongol Derby, because a lot of people, they got really sick from the food, and for me it was like, meh, what's one more parasite in my belly. But I definitely, when I first started traveling, I would get sick, not from food necessarily. I didn't know what was making me sick, but I brushed my teeth with the local water and I did all of the things that they said you shouldn't do. And so, but I wasn't just visiting in India for a week or a month. I was there for 2 years. So, so when it comes to food, I've actually never gotten sick from street food. However, I can recall getting incredibly ill at a 5-star hotel. So I don't think it's, don't eat street food or something like that. I've eaten in some pretty dirty places and I was fine. And then I've eaten in some pretty okay places and I got really sick. So I can't, you know your body better than anyone else. And I think you can develop a tolerance the longer that you travel and the more that you try. And actually the street food is really good. I always like the street food probably better than I like the, the restaurant stuff. Like I was in Hanoi in Vietnam and I was just wandering around the street to find, a nice place to eat. And it's a really crowded city and there's restaurants everywhere and, the restaurants are really expensive for the tourists. So I was just wandering around and I have no clue where I should eat. And then I saw there was a really small little local shop, like street food, and there was a line of people, Vietnamese people and Asian people. There was a huge line. Really, there must have been 20 people waiting. And I saw that place and I was like, that's where I'm gonna eat. Because they know something that I don't. And so I waited in line and literally there's nothing on the menu. There's 2 things, beef or chicken, and you just kind of point. It's not in English, of course, but there's 1 thing on the menu, so you just say, I'll have 1. So I told the guy, 1 please, and he made me a big bowl of soup. It was pho, which is the traditional Vietnamese food, pho, and I sat down in the little, Asian chairs that are too small for me because I'm so big, and so my legs are like this, and I'm eating my pho soup, and it was really, really good, and very cheap and very good. Very, very good. So yeah, and the same thing in India. There's so many times I went to the local dhaba, the local dhaba street food, and because I heard, oh my gosh, this dhaba has amazing parathas, let's go. And I went, and there's a line of local people, Indian people, and I'd drink the tea and I'd eat my paratha, and it was really nice. So yeah. Carry your medications if you think you need them, just in case. I can't say I never had deli belly. I did once or twice. But then yeah, I got used to it and I'm pretty okay now, and it's very rare that I get sick, normal stuff. So yeah, that's my advice on food, surviving the local foods. Don't be scared, go for it.